Module 2, The Lying Process. Introduction. Lying is a multifaceted behavior that encompasses a range of psychological and social dynamics. Understanding the lying process is essential for recognizing the subtleties involved in deception and developing effective strategies to identify and address it. This module will explore the stages of lying, the cognitive processes involved, the role of emotional regulation, and the various methods of detecting lies. By dissecting the lying process, we can better understand why people lie and how to foster more honest interactions. 2.1 The stages of lying. 2.1.1 Conceptualization. The lying process begins with the conceptualization stage, where the individual formulates the intention to deceive. This stage involves several cognitive elements. Motivation. The decision to lie often stems from a specific motivation, such as self-protection, social acceptance, or manipulation. Understanding the underlying motivation is crucial in assessing the potential for dishonesty. Consideration of consequences. Individuals weigh the potential outcomes of lying versus telling the truth. This includes assessing the risks of being caught and the social or personal repercussions of their deception. Planning. In this stage, the individual develops a strategy for how to execute the lie. This may involve crafting a narrative or selecting specific details to enhance believability. Effective liars often anticipate questions or challenges that may arise. 2.1.2 Execution. Once the lie has been conceptualized and planned, the individual moves to the execution phase. This involves several key actions. Delivery. The individual communicates the lie, using verbal and nonverbal cues. The manner in which a lie is presented can significantly influence its credibility. Emotional management. Effective liars often regulate their emotions during delivery to avoid detection. This may include masking anxiety or projecting confidence. Individuals may practice their delivery to ensure consistency and believability. Maintaining consistency. After delivering the lie, the individual must maintain consistency in their story, especially if questioned later. This requires a keen memory and the ability to recall details accurately to avoid contradictions. 2.1.3 Reaction and adaptation. The final stage of the lying process involves responding to reactions from others. This stage can be particularly challenging for the liar. Monitoring reactions. The individual observes the responses of their audience, looking for signs of suspicion or disbelief. This awareness influences how they adapt their behavior. Adapting the narrative. If the audience questions the lie or shows skepticism, the liar may need to adapt their narrative to reinforce credibility. This could involve providing additional details or altering the story to address concerns. Risk assessment. Throughout this stage, the liar continually assesses the risk of exposure. If they sense that their deception is unraveling, they may resort to further lies or attempts to shift blame. 2.2 The cognitive processes involved in lying. 2.2.1 Mental workload. Lying is a cognitively demanding task that requires significant mental effort. Several factors contribute to this increased workload. Dual tasking. When lying, individuals must simultaneously construct a false narrative while monitoring their audience's reactions. This dual tasking can lead to cognitive overload, increasing the likelihood of detection. Memory demands. Effective lying requires a strong memory to keep track of details, especially if the lie is complex. Liars must remember what they said previously and ensure that their story remains consistent. 2.2.2 Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance plays a significant role in the lying process. This psychological phenomenon occurs when an individual's beliefs and actions are in conflict, leading to discomfort. For liars, this can manifest in several ways. Justification of lies. To alleviate dissonance, individuals may justify their lies to themselves. They might convince themselves that the lie is harmless or necessary, reducing the psychological burden of their deception. Emotional stress. The awareness of lying can lead to feelings of guilt, anxiety, or shame. These emotions can be particularly intense if the lie has significant consequences for others. 2.2.3 The role of intent. The intent behind a lie influences its complexity and execution. Lies driven by malicious intent, such as fraud or manipulation, often require more elaborate planning and emotional regulation compared to benign lies, such as white lies meant to spare feelings. Self-serving lies. These lies are often aimed at personal gain, such as lying on a resume or during a negotiation. The motivation behind these lies can lead to higher levels of cognitive dissonance and emotional stress. Protective lies. Lies told to protect someone else's feelings, such as avoiding hurtful truths, may be less cognitively demanding. However, even these can create internal conflict if the liar feels they are compromising their integrity. 2.3 The role of emotional regulation in lying. 2.3.1 Emotional awareness. Effective liars possess a heightened awareness of their own emotions and the emotions of others. This awareness allows them to tailor their responses and regulate their feelings during the lying process. Empathy. The ability to empathize with the audience can enhance a liar's effectiveness. By understanding how others may react, liars can craft their narratives to resonate more strongly and minimize suspicion. 2.3.2 Emotion management strategies. Liars often employ various strategies to manage their emotions. Rehearsal. Practicing the lie can help individuals feel more confident and reduce anxiety during delivery. Rehearsal also aids in memorizing details, improving consistency. Distraction techniques. Some liars use distraction techniques to divert their attention from their anxiety. This may involve focusing on the audience's reactions rather than their own feelings of guilt or fear. Emotional masking. Effective liars often mask their true emotions through facial expressions and body language. They may practice maintaining a neutral demeanor or displaying confidence to avoid detection. 2.3.3 The impact of stress on lying. The stress of lying can have significant effects on an individual's ability to deceive effectively. Increased anxiety. As the pressure of maintaining a lie mounts, anxiety levels can increase. This heightened state can lead to physiological responses, such as sweating or fidgeting, which may betray the liar's nervousness. Cognitive decline. High levels of stress can impair cognitive functioning, making it more challenging to recall details or maintain consistency in the lie. This can result in slips of the tongue or inconsistencies that may raise suspicion. 2.4 Methods of detecting lies. 2.4.1 Verbal cues. Detecting lies through verbal cues involves analyzing language patterns and content. Key indicators include inconsistencies. Discrepancies in the narrative can signal deception. For example, if someone provides conflicting information about the same event, it may indicate that they are lying. Vagueness. Liars often provide vague responses to avoid revealing too much information. If a person is evasive or overly general, it may be a sign of dishonesty. Over-detailing. Conversely, some liars provide excessive detail in an attempt to appear credible. This can backfire, as it may come off as rehearsed or unnatural. 2.4.2 Nonverbal cues. Nonverbal communication plays a significant role in lie detection. Key nonverbal indicators include body language. Liars may exhibit nervous body language, such as avoiding eye contact, fidgeting, or crossing their arms. These behaviors can indicate discomfort or anxiety. Facial expressions. Micro-expressions, or fleeting facial expressions, can reveal true emotions that contradict spoken words. For instance, a fleeting expression of guilt or fear may emerge during a deceptive statement. Posture and movement. Changes in posture or excessive movement can signal nervousness. A person who suddenly becomes rigid or overly animated may be trying to compensate for their anxiety. 2.4.3 Contextual analysis. Understanding the context in which communication occurs is essential for effective lie detection. Factors to consider include: baseline behavior. Establishing a baseline of an individual's normal behavior can help identify deviations that may signal lying. Noticing changes in speech patterns or body language can provide valuable clues. Situational factors. The context of the interaction, such as the stakes involved or the relationship between parties, can influence both the likelihood of lying and the effectiveness of detection. 2.4.4 Technological aids. Advancements in technology have led to new methods for detecting lies. These tools can include polygraph tests. Often referred to as lie detectors, polygraphs measure physiological responses, such as heart rate and galvanic skin response, during questioning. However, their reliability is often debated. Voice stress analysis. This technology analyzes vocal patterns and stress indicators in speech to detect potential deception. While promising, it remains a contentious field with varying levels of reliability. Conclusion. Understanding the lying process is crucial for recognizing and addressing deception in various contexts. By examining the stages of lying, the cognitive processes involved, and the role of emotional regulation, we can develop effective strategies for detecting lies and fostering honesty in our interactions. In the next module, we will explore how to create an environment that encourages honesty, helping to mitigate the factors that drive individuals to lie. Through proactive measures, we can cultivate trust and open communication, ultimately enhancing our relationships and communities.